What's up everybody, this is Teacher Ivan from NextGen Academy. Our goal in this channel is to help you achieve your highest potential and to help you understand subjects in the easiest and the most efficient way. If you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how to achieve A star in your Igcse, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Lastly, if you need any help in your studies, you can always head on to our website, link in the below, or our Instagram, drop us a DM and we'll be able to help you. Enjoy this video and I wish you all the best.
Alright, welcome back, my NextGen family. Today, we will be going through this paper, October-November 2023, paper 1-2. Okay, I won't go through all of this. Just so you all know, it's an 80-mark question, 80 marks paper. Okay, we will be using few of the formulas here that I want you all to take note. For this paper, okay, from what I recall, this one here, right? You all saw, right? One of the questions for if you all have done it already. You need to know how to use this over here, especially this one. Okay, when do you use this? You need to know. Okay, what's the criteria? When do we use this formula? You remember? Unknown n. Very good. Okay, so you need to remember the conditioner, and this is NCR. NCR. If NPR comes out, you will just take away this R factorial. So sometimes they may ask you to solve for NPR also. So you need to remember criteria is when you got unknown n. That means they ask you to find the n, and then they give you some sort of combination type of question. They ask you to solve to find n. Okay, just keep this in mind. Don't know the formula, always just go back here, write down the formula in the question first. All right, if you all got anything, please ask me. Let's go to question 1. Okay, I think question 1 is pretty easy. Question 1, the diagram shows the graph of cubic polynomial y equals to fx. Find an expression of fx in factorized form. Write each linear factor with its coefficient as integers. Okay, first thing, you all take note of all these words because sometimes you all actually know how to do, but just the presentation might be wrong. Factorized form. Okay, factorized form means bracket, bracket, bracket. Okay, you need to know that this is also a cubic graph. That means you by right should have 3 brackets if you got 3 roots over here. They say linear factor with coefficient as integers. That means all the value inside the bracket, it cannot be a fraction. I know some of you will write it as a fraction, especially for this one here. Okay, so first thing what we got to do is we settle the roots first. Okay, how do we present the roots in a linear factor? Okay, so the first thing, we'll write it like that. Fx equals to, okay, one thing you need to put also, you put a k in front first. Okay, k or whatever alphabet you want, just not x. Because there might be an ax cubed value to it. Which means you need to consider this one here. Okay, so first thing, how do we write this as factor form? Okay, if you don't know how to do, I just teach you all first. X equals to -1/3. It's as if when you use your calculator, you do the cheating method. Okay, you get the answer first, you multiply the denominator first, then only you bring the value to the left-hand side, like that. 3x minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, always write it in this form. This is what the calculator will show you. The roots or the solutions is the same meaning. It's where it intersects at the x-axis. Okay, this one, same thing also. X equals to 1, x minus 1. This one, x equals to 5/2. Multiply the denominator first, then move the 5 to the left-hand side. 3x plus 1, sorry. Okay, so 3x plus 1, x minus 1, 2x minus 5. Okay, everyone clear this one? Okay, so we will write it like this in factorized linear factor first. So 3x plus 1, x minus 1, and 2x minus 5. Okay, some students will ask me, teacher, what exactly is linear factor? What are they asking me? Linear, whenever we see the word linear, linear means x to the power of 1. Like y equals mx plus c. That's all. Okay, don't overthink it. You see here, it's all x, x, and x. There's no x squared, there's no 1/x, there's no x cubed. Okay, next thing. Now we're going to use the y-intercept. Okay, for me to find the k value, we have to use y-intercept. Okay, so we got this value here, 0, -15. Okay, we substitute into the equation. So you get -15 equals to k. Okay, this one you'll get all the x, you'll get 0, so I don't need to write. Okay, just write 1 minus 1 minus 5. You get k 5. K is equals to -15/5. you get k equals to -3. So your final answer will be fx equals to -3, 3x plus 1, x minus 1, and 2x minus 5. Okay, all good? This one, easy, right? This is a warm-up question. Okay, second one. Write down the values of x such that fx is less than 0. We need to always understand that fx is just y. Okay, so where exactly is y less than 0? Y less than 0 means below x-axis. That's all it means. Okay, so where exactly in the graph is below x-axis? There are two parts to it. Here, you see here, from here to here, and also here. Okay, so how do we express this part here and this part here? So you write it as in between -1/3 to 1, then x is more than 5/2. Okay, 1 mark each here. Okay, if you are good, type 1 in the chat. Okay, not good, just type 2 and then faster write out your question. Okay, for the easy ones, I'll go a little bit faster. Okay, yes, Martin.
Sir,
Hmm.
I knew the graph was negative, so I didn't include I included the negative in the like outside the bracket. So I got k equals to 3, but my answer is still -3 as 3x plus 1, x minus 1, 2x minus 5.
So your k is 3 or -3?
My k is 3, but my final answer looks like your final answer.
Okay, how did you get your k is 3?
Because I already knew it's like the graph is like negative, so I took the negative out and then I like divided it, so I got k equals to 3.
Okay, okay. Okay, they never specify how they will give the marks for this. They just write in the final one, but just normally here should be correct already. But just be careful later some markers a bit particular. So okay, you already know what to do. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay, any more questions? All good, Okay, let's move on to the next one. Question 2. Okay, function g is defined by gx equals to 5 sine 3x over 4 minus 2 for all values of x. Okay, this one take your calculator out because easier for you to just use calculator, and you also need to make sure that it is in degree mode. Okay, so always take note of the mode that you're doing, especially when you all do math. Okay, write down the amplitude of g. Amplitude is just this value here. No calculation needed. Answer is 5. Okay, so we need to know when we do graph for trigo graph, amplitude is this value here, period. We are going to use this one, and then this one is your vertical translation, meaning you shift up or shift down by how many steps. Okay, so what is the formula for period? Period is equals to 360 degrees over b. And what is the b value here? Okay, b is bx. So b is 3/4 here. So we just substitute this into the equation, 360 over 3/4, and you get 480 degrees. Okay, how do we do this question here? They say sketch the graph for -180 to 180. Okay, the first thing I want you to do, change it to degree mode first. Okay, you are just gonna, because you're not gonna just look here then try to figure out. This time they give you nice points like that. Okay, then they give you like nice values here also. All you need to do, we are gonna use the CLC function. Okay, anyone don't know how to use this function on your calculator? The CLC. So you are gonna type this equation inside first. So type 5 sine 3x over 4. Close the bracket, minus 2. Don't press any equal. Okay, if anyone don't know, please ask. This one we are just typing in the calculator. Then you are gonna CLC, press CLC, then you'll type x equals to something. Then after that you type in -180, you press equal. Okay, they'll give you some sort of irrational value, change it to the decimal point, you'll get -5.5355333906. Okay, anyone don't know how to do this? Okay, now? Okay, so you are just going to keep using the CLC button instead of you keep typing in over and over again. Waste a lot of time. Okay, so you will get first one, -5.5. So at -5.5, they just roughly estimate, you put an x here. Okay, negative 120, so your CLC, negative 120, you get negative 7. CLC, negative 60, you will get negative 5.5 again. CALC, 0, you'll get negative 2. Okay, you didn't get that for your answer. Okay, you can let me see how you type into your calculator. You can just snap a picture, send it to me. Okay, normally common mistakes are either your mode is wrong or you didn't bracket this part here. Because this minus 2 is not part of the sign. How do you change the x? You just type the value. After you press CLC, so if negative 180 comes out, okay, Sanjay, if negative 180 comes out, you just type in the new value. Then you press equal. Okay, then you keep repeating the process. Okay, don't restart it because you already got the equation out. Then you CLC 60 equal. Okay, you'll get this one 1.535, so about 1.5. CLC 120, you will get 3. Then CLC 180 equal. Okay, you get 1.5. Okay, this is the trick on how to do faster in exam. Otherwise, you're going to waste a lot of time just to get a 3-mark question. Okay, anyone not using either one of these calculator, that means 570EX or 570MS. Okay, I think some of you are using the 990EX. That one is the same as 570EX. Okay, so try to use the calculator that I'm teaching because otherwise some of the other model of calculator, I'm not so sure how to access to your function also. Okay, so normally we will use the Casio one. All right, now we have this already. And then, okay, what we're going to do is we need to know that sine graph gives you like this, right? Okay, it's a curve graph. Don't use ruler lah. This one just freehand it. Use pencil it. Okay, use pencil. So curve it, going like this, like this, like this. Then go up here and here. Okay, will the examiners check every point? Of course they will. Okay, they will check. Yeah, but they won't check until like 1.535. That one I also cannot see, right? Okay, I'm pretty sure the examiner cannot see also. Okay, but if you write like, let's say if here negative 5.5, you write a negative 4.5, you hope the examiner never see. That one you finger cross. Okay, you get the right side part right and the left side wrong. So how many marks? Okay, 1 mark is here, the x-intercept, the y-intercept. The other mark is this one here. This one is 1 mark altogether. Then what else? Okay, they are giving it for the whole numbers. Second mark is this one. They say negative 120, negative 7. Then this mark here is your second mark. I think if your one part correct only, they'll probably give you 1 mark. Okay, just double check it out. Okay, Anya, I saw your mistake already. There's no 2x at the back. It's just minus 2. Minus 2. You have an extra x at the back. You see the equation? It's 3x over 4 minus 2. Okay? Third mark is overall. Everything all correct. Okay? If you all are good, give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat. Not good, give me a 2. Then ask your question. Okay, Vasha, are you using this calculator?
No, I'm using 991ES.
Oh, okay. That one is fine also. Okay. Okay, all good. Let's move on next one. Question 3. When ln y plus 2 is plotted against x squared, a straight line graph is obtained. Okay, so this is the big Y equals m big X plus C question. The line passes through the points 2.25, 9.37, and this point. Find y in terms of x. What I like to do before I do this question, just roughly sketch it out so you can see. Okay, you can see the shape of the graph. Big Y is ln y plus 2. Big X is x squared. And then the 2 points, you see here, 2.25, 9.37. The other point is actually going slightly down. So here is 4.75, 3.92. Okay? There are actually few ways that you can do this question. I'll teach you the way that I like to do, because we follow like what y'all did from last time on how y'all did straight line equation, even before y'all do year 10. Y equals mx plus c, right? Okay, so first thing, we find gradient. M y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 9.37 minus 3.92 over 2.25 minus 4.75. Calculate it, you will get negative 109 over 50, or negative 2.18. Okay, next thing. What we are going to do is we need to find C. Okay, so number one, I like to follow this systematic approach. So I don't play a guessing game. I always keep in mind, okay, find M, find C. That's all. Then only we put into y equals mx plus c. Okay, so number one. Number two, we find C. When we find C, we substitute into like this first. Y equals mx plus c. You select any one of the point, and you also use the gradient that you have found. Okay, common mistake students do. You all will go and change this x and y to the actual x and y itself. Don't go and do that. Okay, because this x and this y is these values itself. Okay, it's not small x and small y. So just use any one of the points. Okay, for me here, I will use, okay, my m is negative 2.18. I'll just use 2.25 and 9.37. You can use the other point also. Your outcome will be the same. Substitute inside. 9.37 equals to 2.18. 2.25 plus c. Okay, then here you get 4.905 plus c. Okay. C, you will get 893 over 200. I'm just typing everything into the calculator. And here you get 4.465. Okay, then third step, now you are going to put again into y equals mx plus c. Okay, negative, right? Okay, sorry, let me just here. Okay, here. Correct. 9.37 divided by plus, okay, sometimes I do mistake also. Oops. Okay, sorry, I think that's a mistake already. Okay. 14.275, correct. Yeah, I also copy wrong already. I was looking at another question. Okay, so here 14.275 or 571 over 40. Okay, you use one of these. 71 over 40. Okay, 14.275, right? Okay, you want to round it up, can also. In fact, because they never say anything here, normally 3 significant figure. Okay, 14.3 enough already, actually. Okay, so here 14.3. Now we put into y equals mx plus c, ln y plus 2 equals to negative 2.18 x squared plus 14.3. Okay, then they say y in terms of x. This is not y in terms of x. We need to make y as a subject. So y plus 2 is equals to e negative 2.18 x squared plus 14.3. Okay, you invert ln will become exponential. Then you bring the minus 2. 2.18 x squared plus 14.3 minus 2. Can. 14.275 also can. Okay, good. Give me a 1 in the chat.
Sir, I separated 2.18 and 14.3 into like e to the power of negative 2.18 x squared times e to the power of 14.275. Is that okay?
They never specify lah. Okay, but you always have to ask yourself, why do you do that? Okay, they only gave one option, but I don't think it is wrong. Okay, I don't think it's wrong because it's the same meaning. Okay, or one. All right. With one, we shall move on to question 4. Okay, question 4, just now quite a number of you were asking this also. Okay, this one is the one that we need to look at the formula in front. It is given that the first 4 terms in ascending powers of x in this expansion, 1 minus x over 2, you all see here. Clue is power n. Power n, unknown n, and then they give you a binomial. You will need to use that. formula already. The n factorial over n minus r factorial. Okay, can be written in this form. When n, p, and q are integers, find the values of n, p, and q. Okay, we have done actually quite a number of these questions. If you have been doing past year question, you'll see this question over and over again. This is one of the questions that I always tell students to take note of. Okay, because I would say 50-50 chance will come up. Last exam, it didn't come out in paper 1, then it came out in paper 2. Okay, so what we are gonna do is you write down the formula first. NR, then here, n factorial, n minus r factorial. So we are going to use this formula here. Okay, we need to expand this here first. 1 minus x over 2 to the power n. You didn't use the unknown n formula, coefficient of x way. Yeah, this is coefficient of x. That's the next step. Okay, you need to simplify it first. Okay, you're going to expand it. So what is the formula? Anyone still don't know how to expand your binomial expansion, which is this part here? You should know already, okay? So we are gonna expand this, but we need to use this to open up this NCR. Okay, that is the thing that you all need to know. Okay, so when we expand it, 1, if your first value is 1, then this will also be 1. Okay, NC0, 1, then minus x over 2 to the power of 0. Okay, you just remember like this. If it's 1 in front, this part here actually you don't need to expand. You only need to focus on the b value. Okay, this is actually one of the examples in your textbook also. Okay, first one, NC1. So how can I expand NC1? Okay, I'll just write the whole thing first. NC1, then this one minus x over 2 power 1. NC2 minus x over 2 power 2. We need to expand until NC3 minus x over 2 power 3. You don't need to put the 1 inside the equation. Later make it messy only. Okay, now we are going to expand using this formula here. So here we will get n factorial over n minus 1 factorial minus x over 2 plus n factorial over n minus 2 factorial minus x over 2 squared plus n factorial n minus 3 factorial minus x over 2 cubed. Okay, how do we simplify it? Whenever we got n and factorial, our goal is we want to eliminate terms with n factorial. Okay, why did I not write until power 4? Okay, you have to ask yourself, why not power 4? Why not power 5? Why not power 6? Why did I just stop until here? Actually, we don't know where's the n of this also, because we don't know what the n value is. First four terms. Here, you see, your first four terms, your first term is actually x to the power of 0. Okay, not x to the power 1. So we will start with 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. And they also ask you to compare with this over here. Okay, okay, don't worry, just clarify. Okay, now how do we eliminate all the n factorial? Meaning all these we don't want. You see, n factorial, n minus 1 factorial, n minus 2 factorial, n minus 3 factorial. So this is always the same one. For any unknown n factorial type of question, the method is always the same. You will expand until like this, until it matches the other factorial, the smaller factorial. Then you stop, because n factorial can be written as n times n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3. You will stop until n minus 1 factorial because we can cancel it off. Okay, this one, 1 factorial. We just focus on the n factorial first. The others I don't care first. Here, you will expand until n minus 2 factorial. So here, n minus 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Okay, then here, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial over n minus 3 factorial, 3 factorial. Okay, so you need to stop until where it matches the other term that you can cancel off. Then over here, I can cancel n minus 1 factorial. n minus 2, n minus 2 factorial, n minus 3, n minus 3 factorial. The rest, all you can calculate that. Okay, so here, okay, do you want to simplify it here? Okay, later I simplify. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to compare the coefficient. Compare coefficient. X, I will compare with this x. X squared, I'll compare with px squared. X cubed, I will compare with qx cubed. So, first one, x to the power of 1. Okay, for the one x to the power of 1. This I will get n over 1 factorial. So you can write this down first. N over 1 factorial minus x over 2 is equals to minus 8x. Okay, if you're not confident, just write down the x's. Okay, minus 8x. How can we simplify this? N is then minus x over 2 equals to minus 8x. X and x cancel off. N is equals to positive 60. Second one, x to the power of 2. You'll get 16. Wait, is it 16? Okay, because I got my n already, right? Okay, so 16 times 16 minus 1, so this one is 15, over 2 factorial minus x over 2 square equals to px squared. Okay, type this in the calculator. So 120 x squared over 4 equals to px squared. X squared can cancel off. P is equals to 120 over 4. You will get P is equals to 30. X cubed, you take 16 times 15 times 14 over 3 factorial minus x over 2 cubed, which is equals to qx cubed. Simplify it, you'll get 560 minus 1 over 8 x cubed equals to qx cubed. The x cubed and x cubed you cancel off. Your q will be 560 over minus 8, which is negative 70. Okay, 5-mark question. Please know this one. I know most of your, actually the textbook never teach you how to use this. Only somewhere in the exercise they teach you. But it often comes up in past year question. Okay, you skip the unknown n formula and straight away write the expansion formula. Can also. I saw Zishuan's method is once you get the power 16 already, then he use this to expand again. Power 16. Okay, can also. That is another method that you can do in the mark sheet that you wrote down.
So
Okay, anyone?
I just used the coefficient of x, the compare coefficient the whole time. So like I didn't use the unknown n formula.
So how you compare?
Like I would get like minus x over 2 times n is equivalent to minus 8. So then n equals to negative n equals to negative 16. Hence n equals to 16. Like should I send the photo to you like later?
You let me see, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, all good? All right, question B. Find the term independent of x. Independent of x means no x. So if you are independent person, means you don't need your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, right? Okay, so in the expansion of 2 over x squared plus x over 3 to the power of 6, give your answer as a rational number. Okay, we have to understand this first. First thing you are going to focus on is you are just going to focus on the x and the power. You don't care about the other value first. Okay, so what I want to do here, I am expanding 1 over x squared and x. I've got power 6 here. So my combination can be like this. Either 0, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, or 6, 0 in terms of the power, because that's the concept of binomial expansion. Your power add up together for both the terms will be equals to the n power here. Okay, so which one do we want to select? Okay, so this is the way how to think. X squared, this x squared is bigger, right? So that means I need a smaller power here. Okay, 2 and 4. Okay, so we try 2 and 4. 2 and 4. So this one will get x power 4. 1 over x power 4. This one will get x power 4. So your goal is you want to get x power 0. Okay, this is the first thing you want to do. Then only you put into the formula. Don't get confused by the other values first. You don't care about the 2 and 3 first. So here, 2 and 4 means I'm going to use 6c4 2 over x squared x over 3 power 4. Okay, calculate this, you'll get 15, 4. Okay, if you want to write down the, here also can, 4, then x power 4 over 81. Your x power 4, both will cancel off with each other, and you get 20 over 27. Okay, if you are good for this one, type 1 in the chat. Okay. Why I use 2 and 4? Okay, like this, you can do a try and error method also. You see, if I put here 0 and this one 6, my goal is to find x to the power of 0 because of this statement here, independent of x. Okay, independent of x. So I want to make the power, these two, when I multiply with each other, it will become power 0. If I use x to the power of 2, 0, and x to the power of 6, what is my outcome? X power 6, right? Got it or not? Because 1 over x to the power of 0 times x power 6. 0 plus 6 will become 6. Okay, so cannot. This one is wrong. Okay, this one wrong. If I put x2 to the power of 1, then x to the power of 5, what is my outcome? So I'll get 5 minus 2. So my outcome will be x to the power of 3. Got it? So you just need to see which is the possible combination that will give you x to the power of 0. By the way, it is not always x to the power of 0. You need to read the question properly. Sometimes they may say find the term that give you x to the power of 1. So you need to balance it out. Okay? Any more questions? All right. Okay, question 5. Everyone's favorite question. Trigonometry. Okay, for those who got the answer, anyone got the answer? It's a 5-mark question. As mentioned to you all, 101% a trigo question will come out in the exam. Okay, 101%. Yeah. You don't need the coefficient for the try and error because you just need to focus on the x value. Okay. Solve 3 secant square 2 theta plus pi over 6 equals to 4 for negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Give your answer in terms of apple pie. Okay, so now, first thing, go and find your quadratic equation first. Secant square 2 theta plus pi over 6 equals to, okay, simplify the whole thing first. 4 over 3, change it to cos. Cos means you inverse the entire equation. Then cos, you want to bring your square, it will become plus minus square root. Okay, plus minus square root 3 over 4. Okay, now we got the equation already. First thing we want to do is we find our base angle first. Okay, we are going to find our base angle. So base angle, you're going to write like this. Does it work if you change it to tangent? It can also. Okay, your final answer will be the same. So some of you, I think you all will change it to tangent, right? Okay, tangent square. Okay, same. Okay, you all see whether the answer is the same. So your base angle here is equals to pi over 6. Okay, so I think most of you here will be able to do until here. But when it comes to the ASTC graph, that's where you'll get confused. Okay, if you don't know how to do this, go spend 2 hours, go and watch the ASTC video. There's this solving equation video that I only focus purely on doing this type of question. Go and watch step by step. Okay, the thing is, if you don't understand the concept of ASTC, watch from Trigonometry, the first video, because you need to understand how the ASTC graph works, clockwise, anti-clockwise. It's actually very simple, but most of y'all, because y'all skip that part, so you need to understand the basics first. Okay, so what do we need to consider over here? This is I call it a weird angle type of question. They give us this one here, right? So first thing, I want to find what is the angle that I want to consider for my ASTC first. So given to us, this is the domain. This is for ASTC, 2 theta plus pi over 6. So I want to find what is the angle that I'm going to consider. So 2 theta, you multiply the whole thing by 2. Now you get from negative pi to pi, then 2 theta plus pi over 6, which is negative 5 over 6 pi to 7 over 6 pi. Okay, everyone understand until here first? This is the domain of angles for ASTC. It means when I draw on my ASTC, I am going to just consider this part here. Okay, but most of you here also, even for myself, will not be able to process it in terms of radian. So how to make it easier? Change it to degree, okay? Change it to degree first. So what's negative 5 over 6 pi? You might multiply 5 over 6 times 180, you'll get 150 degrees. So you'll need to consider from negative 150 degrees to 210 degrees. Okay? This is the domain of angles that I want to consider in my ASTC graph. Okay, now we draw our ASTC graph. Which quadrant do we consider? This is plus and minus. Whenever you have a plus and minus value, you just draw for all 4 quadrants. Okay, and what angle is this? This one is 30 degrees. Okay, so I try to draw as accurate as I can. Okay, like that. 30 degrees. It is my alpha, 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 and alpha here. Okay, I will explain in terms of degrees because it is much easier for you all to understand. Okay, everyone good until here? Okay, understand this part here? Okay, if you don't know how to do it, this is what I told you all to do. You go and consider based on 0 to 360 degrees first. Meaning, the angle here will be alpha, 180 minus alpha, 180 plus alpha, and 360 minus alpha. Okay, you find based on 0 to 360 degrees. But then since you got negative, what are you going to do with the answers? You're going to minus 360 degrees to that 4 answers. So you'll get 8 answers out. Understand this part here? Okay, so meaning if you do the long method, yeah, this one I explain the long method first. Then I explain actually the proper method for y'all to do. Yeah, you'll get 8 answers, but not all 8 answers will be inside here. Okay, so this one, long method, we will base it on 30 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 plus 30, 210 degrees, and then here is, what's the next one? 330 degrees. Okay, this is based on 0 to 360 degrees. Then because your domain here got until negative, so you're going to minus 360 degrees to all the answers. So 30 minus 360 degrees. So here you will get minus 330 minus 210 minus 150 and then minus 30 degrees. Okay, this is, like what I said, this is a long method. Are we going to consider all of these 8 answers? No, right? Okay, because you see, what is the domain? The domain is only from negative 150 to 210. Which of these answers is out of this domain? This one out, this one out. Okay, negative 150, we also cancel it because you don't have equal symbol there. 210 is out, 330 is out. You only get 3 answers. Got it? Only 3 answers will be within this domain here. Okay, any question until here first? Okay. You only consider these 3 answers. So 30, 150, and negative 30. The rest, you just completely ignore already. Okay, but this time remember, I'm using in terms of degree because it's easier for you all to understand. But when you all present your answer, present it in terms of radian. Okay, so that means based on my graph, what I'm actually doing is taking this, and this only. Okay, this is 30 degrees, 150 degrees, and then I go clockwise, here will be minus 30 degrees. Okay, so when we present the answer, we write it in terms of radian. Okay, what is 30 degrees in terms of radian? So this one is negative pi over 6, and 5 over 6 pi. I don't want to write so many because otherwise you need to calculate, then you have to reject it. Very long the working. So here negative pi over 6, and 5 over 6 pi. Okay, this one is from negative 360 degrees to 0 degrees. Okay, then after that, you want to find theta. What you're going to do to all the answer, you're going to minus 1 over 6 pi. Okay, so minus 1 over 6, then you divide by 2. So you do it for all your answers. Here you get negative pi over 6 again. Here is 0, and then here is pi over 3. You will need to only present 3 answers in your final answer. Cool? Hey, if good, give me a 1. Not good, give me a 2. Any part not clear, please ask me. Okay, you got 0, pi over 3, 5 pi over 6, pi over 2, all the answer. If you got any extra answer, I think they will give you, they will minus 1 mark. 1 mark. Only 2 answers correct. Oh, then like that, 2 marks only. Operation, okay, they say operation, 1 correct solution. Yeah, either, I think, let's see here, somehow in the mark scheme, 3 marks, 3 marks. Okay, if you simplify the first step, then 1 mark already. Okay, later I send you all mark scheme, you see the, how they mark. Okay, because I want you all to get used to the mark scheme as well. Okay, all good, let's go. Okay, we need to go a bit faster because I haven't finished halfway there yet. Question 6. The polynomial px is such that px is this equation here. Okay, p prime o equals to 12, has a factor of 3x minus 1, remainder of 95 when divided by x minus 2. Find value a, b, c. Yeah, I like doing this type of question. Okay, your factor theorem. So ax cubed, they give us here first, ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx minus 5. P prime x means you need to differentiate it first. So 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c. Okay, p prime 0 is equals to 12. Okay, you substitute this 0 and 0. So p prime 0 equals to 12. C is equals to 12. Okay, next one. Factor of 3x minus 1. So p 1 over 3 equals to 0. You substitute into the first equation. b 1 over 3 square plus 12 1 over 3 minus 5 equals to 0. So you get a over 27 plus b over 9 minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, we do the other equation first to see what we will get. P2 equals 95. A2 cubed plus B2 squared plus 12 times 2 minus 5 equals to 95. Simplify it. 8a plus 4b plus 19 equals to 95. 8a plus 4b equals to 76. Okay, I can divide the whole equation by 4 to simplify it. You get 2a plus b equals to 19. Okay, I got 2 equations, 2 unknowns, do simultaneous equation. Over here, I'm going to multiply by 27 so that I don't get the denominator. So here you'll get a plus 3b minus 27 equals to 0. Okay, I want to substitute into the other equation. You want to do substitution, elimination also can. A is equals to 27 minus 3b. Okay, I'm going to substitute a here. Okay, so sub a. 27 minus 3b plus b equals to 19. 54 minus 6b plus b equals to 19 minus 5b equals to minus 35. B is equals to 7. After I find b already, I substitute back into a. 27 minus 3 times 7. A is equals to 6. Okay, nice. 7 marks here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'll send this paper to you all later. Okay, question B. Show that the equation px equals to 0 has only one root. So we write down the equation first. Px equals to 6x cubed plus 7x squared plus 12x minus 5. Only one root. Okay, what can we get from the question first? We know one of the root already, which is this factor here, 3x minus 1. So how do I find or how do I prove it? You need to do long division. Show your working. 6x cubed plus 7x squared plus 12x minus 5 over 3x minus 1. Yes, correct, Shin Yuan. Okay, so here you will get 2x squared. Okay, so here you get 6x cubed minus 2x squared. Okay, what I like to do, for those who are new here, when you do long division, always put a minus at the side here. So you remind yourself you are subtracting. So here you will get 7 minus minus 2. So here you know that you are getting 9x squared plus 12x plus 3x. 9x squared minus 3x. Minus again. You'll get 15x minus 5. So here plus 5. 15x minus 5. Okay, so my equation will now be like this. 3x minus 1, 2x squared plus 3x plus 5. Okay, after I got this, what I need to do is I need to put into b squared minus 4ac. Okay, what's that called? This is called discriminant. Okay, so your discriminant b squared minus 4ac. You need to prove that it has no solution for this part here. So we just substitute here. 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5 equals to negative 31 is less than 0. So you can write this sentence down. Discriminant is less than 0. So no solutions. Okay, you can say, if you want to write more, okay, you can say therefore x equals to 1 over 3 is the only solution. Because this quadratic factor here, there's no answer. Okay, if you are good, give me a 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go next one. Okay, question 7. A 6-digit number to be formed using the digit 0 to 9. Each digit can be only used once in any 6-digit number. Okay, a 6-digit number cannot start with 0. Find how many digit numbers can be formed. So how do we do this? 6-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my first number cannot be I cannot use what number? I cannot use 0. So I can only use 1 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there are two ways that you can do this. You can either do the arrangement, okay, arrangement type of method, or you can use permutation. Both your answer come out will be the same one. Okay, what is the arrangement type of method? Arrangement type of method means you just put into the spacing here how many choices you can put in this first space. Okay, I'm going to show you all both of it, but later on I'll just do all in permutation. Arrangement method, method 1, I can put 9 choices here, right? Because I can put 1 to 9 underneath. Then after that, my second digit onwards, after I use one of the digit, I still have 9 digit. 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, you multiply. This is called the arrangement method. Okay, if you want to use the permutation method, okay, very good, Vasha. Okay, I personally prefer the permutation method. Up to you, Yuan. Because some of you all understand using arrangement method, some of you understand using permutation method. Both methods is correct. Okay, first one, I will have 9 possible choices I only can put into one space. So this will be 9P1. Okay, 9P1. Because I cannot use the 0. Then these 5 spaces, I can fit in 0 also. So I still got another 9 choices. So here, 9P5. Okay, which method you all use? Method 1 or method 2? Method 2 is permutation. Method 1 is arrangement method. Both also you will get the same answer. You try and see 9 times 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, here also you get 1, 3, 6, 0, 8, 0. Up to you. Okay, this one I wouldn't say which one is better or that's just preference. My personal preference is using permutation. Okay, second one, how many of these 6-digit numbers are divisible by 5? Okay, 3-mark question. We need to consider 2 conditions. First one ends in 0. Okay, the other one ends in 5. Okay, why both conditions different? Because if I end with 5, then my starting, the first digit, I cannot use 0 also. Okay, if I end with 0, okay, let's consider 0 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if I end with 0 at the back here, so this one I put 1P1. Over here, I can fit any of the 9 numbers, 1 to 9. So here will be 9P5. So 9P5 times 1P1, we'll get 1, 5, 1, 2, 0. Okay, if I end with 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that means here I can put 5. My first digit, I can only use 1 to 9, but I already used 5 in the last digit. So I only got 8 more choices only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here, 8P1. This one last one, 1P1. Then the middle here will be 8P4. Okay, because I got 8 more choices to fill up 4 spaces. Here I get 1, 3, 4, 4, 0. Total 1, 5, 1, 2, 0 plus 1, 3, 4, 4, 0. You'll get 2, 8, 5, 6, 0. 3-mark question. Okay, question B. A committee of 7 people is to be chosen from 6 doctors, 10 nurses, 8 dentists. Number of committees that can be chosen. Choose combination. Okay, don't think otherwise already. If you don't know which one to use, permutation or combination, you see the word choose, use combination. So you got 24 in total. You are going to choose 7. These are no restriction. So just type 24C7 in your calculator. You'll get 346,104. Okay, second one. Find the number of committees that can be chosen if all the doctors have to be on the committee. So you got how many doctors? You have 6 doctors. So now I got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of them are doctors already. So this one I cannot touch anymore. Then this one can be nurses or dentists. How many of them? 18. Okay, so here we can take 18C1. You can write 66 also, but it's not necessary, it's just 1. So here is 18. Find the number of committees that can be chosen if there has to be at least 1 dentist at the committee. So at least 1 dentist means got 1 dentist, 2 dentists, 3 dentists, 4 dentists, 5 dentists. Okay, are you going to calculate for all of it? Okay, don't waste your time to do that. You see, if they say the word at least, you can take the total minus no dentist. Okay, so let's take a condition of no dentist. Yes, correct, Basha. Okay, no dentist is 16C7. 11440. Okay, because I got no dentist at all. How many dentists you have? You have 8 dentists, right? Okay, so you will now have doctors and nurses only to fill up 7 spaces. Then we will take the total, which is 346,104 minus 11440. you get 3, 3, 4, 6, 6, 4. Okay, if you did the other method, you get the same answer, it's correct also. Okay, give me a 1 if you are okay. I think this one pretty easy, right? For a permutation combination. Okay, let's go to question 8. Next one. Okay, question 8. Just now some of you had some questions for the third one. It is given fx is 3x plus 1 square minus 4x is more than or equals to a, and that f inverse exists. What they like to ask you for, this is a quadratic equation in completing the square form. They say x is more than or equals to a, and then they make this sentence here also, such that f inverse exists. Okay, so I want you all to think back. This is going back to chapter 1 again. Why did they say this? X is more than or equals to a, f inverse exists. Okay, we first have to understand the question first. This is a quadratic graph. Inside this form here, okay, inside this form here, this is a what form? CTS form. CTS form, I can find my maximum or minimum point. In this case, it's a minimum point. Okay, we write down whatever information we have first. My minimum point is negative 1 over 3 minus 4. Okay, but why did they say these two sentences? How can I make it the f inverse exists? We first have to understand the theory first. Okay, why do I need to consider this? Okay, you have to know when does an f inverse exist. Okay, f inverse exists only for one-to-one function. Okay, you have to remember this first. Only a one-to-one relationship, your graph, okay, the function exists, because that's the definition of it. Why cannot be many to one? Even though many to one, the function fx exists. Because when you inverse it, it'll be one to many. One to many is not a function anymore. So you just need to remember this statement here. What does one to one mean? 1x connects to 1y. It's the relationship. Going back to chapter 1. This is the first thing you all learn in your entire MS syllabus when we learn on function. What is a one-to-one function? 1x is only connected to 1y value. Okay, so if we look at this here, a quadratic, what relationship is this right now? How many x connect to how many y? Okay, all of you, revise. Okay, so what you can do, you take a ruler. Okay, you see here, both of these have something common. Both of them has two different x connect to the same y, right? So this is called a many to one function. Okay, many to one, I cannot make it many to one because I need it to be one to one. This is a very common question for quadratic. How do I change the many to one to one to one? You are just going to cut off right in the middle at the turning point. Okay, so I don't want this part anymore. I only want this part here because they say x is more than or equals to a. Okay, anyone don't understand this theory here first? Okay, clear? Okay, my explanation is clear. So just remember, whenever they ask you a quadratic function, they will always give you this. They say for f inverse to exist, meaning you need it to be a one-to-one function. How do you make it to one-to-one function? You cut in your maximum point or your minimum point, depending it's a happy face or sad face graph, and then they will say x is more than a or less than a. If more than, you take the right hand side. If less than, you take the left hand side. That's all. Okay, so now find the least possible value of a. A is your x. So your x needs to be more than or equals to negative 1 over 3, which means your a is negative 1 over 3. Okay, using this value, write down the range of f. Range means your smallest to biggest y. F is more than or equals to negative 4. 2 marks here already. Okay, so a lot of you get stuck here. Question 3. Question 3 is literally drawing this part out. When we do sketching, what's the acronym that I asked you all to remember? What method is it? This one teacher's method. Okay, especially for those who are new here. Yes, okay. From the first chapter, I've been teaching you all this already. SIM method. Okay, for those who are new here, please write this down. SIM method. This is teacher's method. When we draw graph, we always need to consider these three things. SIA is for exponential and log. Correct also. Okay, but that one for exponential and log. But for most of the other graph, we'll use SIM. Okay, first thing we need to determine what is your shape. Okay, so for my original shape is like this, a happy face graph. Okay, but I am only taking this part here. So we need to know the general shape. I don't want this part here. So I need to be like that. It looks like a long graph, correct? Second one, intercept. Okay, why we need to calculate for the intercept? Because they will always say this sentence, stating the intercept with the coordinate axis. So that means they want you to write down your x-intercept and y-intercept. So let's find what is the x-intercept first. X-intercept, y equals to 0. Go and solve this equation. 3x plus 1 square minus 4 equals to 0. 3x plus 1 square equals to 4. 3x plus 1 equals to plus minus 2. Okay, my x, I will only take the positive one because x, there's no negative over here. You all can go and count both, but you will need to reject it. I don't want to write so many things. So here, you get x is equals to 1 over 3. So my x-intercept is 1 over 3, 0. Okay, second one, y-intercept. Y-intercept, x equals to 0. So go and solve for this one here. Y equals to 1 square minus 4, which is y equals to negative 3. Here you get 0, negative 3. All good? Okay, third thing, your maximum or minimum point. In this case, is your minimum point. They actually never ask you to go and list down the minimum or maximum point, but normally I will just calculate it to draw the graph accurately. Okay, just now we found already from the top here, minimum point is negative 1 over 3, negative 4. Everyone good until here? Okay, so what I want you to do is, you need to plot out these 3 points. You might need to modify a little bit as you all draw it out. Your graph will look something like this. Okay, so your negative 1 over 3, negative 4, just roughly estimate, but try to draw it to scale as much as you can. Your graph will look something like this. Just like that only. Because we are not drawing the full quadratic graph. This is from the middle only. Then, what I want you all to list out, this minimum point, actually it is not necessary, but I just list it out so that you all understand clearly. Okay, so here you'll get negative 3, and here you'll get 1 over 3. Okay, this is my fx graph. When we draw inverse, this one actually I just follow the mark scheme also. They always draw the y equals to x line. Easier for you to sketch out nicer also. Because when you draw an inverse graph, it is reflected on this y equals to x line. Okay, what will change in inverse? For inverse, x will become y, and y will become x. Okay? X becomes y, y become x. So the points that you need to plot out, now it's like this. Okay, I will draw the graph first. Okay, don't go down. Okay, this don't go down. It's almost like that. Okay, and you will also, one more thing that you do is you will also intersect over here. Okay, you might need to modify a little bit. Like you see here, mine not so nice, so I draw it again. Okay, something like this. Oops. Okay, so this is my f inverse x. Okay, so go ahead and plot out what are the points here. This is negative 3. This side is positive 1 over 3. And this point here, you just change between the x and the y. Then positive and negative, it won't change to positive and negative, negative to positive. Only the position of x will become y, y will become x. Okay, good. Give me a 1. You draw the whole graph, wrong radial. It is wrong. Okay, don't ask me about the mark first. Later, after the paper first. Okay, after I finish up the paper. Okay, let's go next one. Question B. They give you gx and hx. Solve this equation. Hgx equals to 4, giving our answer in exact form. Okay, let's just solve this. So h gx ln 2x squared plus 5 equals to 4. 3 ln 2x squared plus 5 minus 2 equals to 4. Okay, let's bring all the values to the right hand side. So here you'll get 4 plus 2, which is 6. 6 divided by 3, you'll get 2. Okay, then we inverse the ln. 2x squared plus 5 equals to e squared. Okay, x squared is equals to e squared minus 5 over 2. X is, okay, this one by right is plus minus, but x is only more than 0. So I will only take the positive one. So write it as plus minus. Okay, e squared minus 5 over 2. Okay, question 9. Solve the equation of this. Give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. It's a 4-mark question. Okay, first step. For this, you have to see there's a negative here. So what I want to do is I want to convert it into a quadratic equation. I'm going to multiply the whole thing by x to the power of 2 over 3. Okay, x to the power of 2 over 3. Okay, now what will I get over here? Here I will become 12 x to the power of 2 over 3 squared. Okay, you can write it as 4 over 3, but we need to convert into quadratic anyway. Your 11, okay, I change the position. 11 will now become 11 minus 11 x to the power of 2 over 3. Then this one will become minus 2 over 3 plus 2 over 3 will become 0. Can you do let? Also can. If your first step, you want to do let method, also can. Okay. So if your first step, you want to make it let x to the power of 2 over 3 equals to whatever alphabet, you can. But for me, I do in the second step. Okay, so now I do here, let x to the power of 2 over 3 equals to whatever alphabet that you want, except x. So you will get 12m squared minus 11m minus 5 equals to 0. Factorize this, 3m plus 1, 4m minus 5 equals to 0. M is equals to negative 1 over 3. M is equals to 5 over 4. Okay, change it back. X to the power of 2 over 3 equals to negative 1 over 3. X to the power of 2 over 3 equals to 5 over 4. Okay, if you go ahead and do this one, you won't get an answer. They have math error, so you have to reject it because you can't square root a negative. Here, 5 over 4 power 3 over 2, x is equals to 1.4. Okay, good. Give me a 1. Okay, 1. Everyone okay? Okay, let's go next one. Okay, got question 10 and 11, 12. Okay, we gotta go faster. Okay, y'all keep your questions later first, because otherwise I cannot finish up this paper. Okay, question 10. Diagram shows a bench. Okay, they give us this few information here. Okay, they say this is a kite. Kite means all of this is the same. So first thing, we want to find perimeter of the batch. What's the first thing that we can find? They give us arc. We know here is 12, 12. Okay, here is also 12. Okay, first thing I want to find is this angle here. Okay, this is theta. So S equals to R theta, which is your formula of arc. So 27 equals to 12 theta. Theta is equals to 9/4. Okay, next thing, I want to find this angle here. This angle here, because it's 180 degrees, so my angle COB is pi minus 9/4, which I'll get 0.8916. 916. Then here we will get, okay, I want to find what is CB or BC. So we use Soka Tua, 0.8916 equals to BC over 12. BC, you multiply the whole thing by 12, you get 14.8635. Okay, so here 14.86. 14.86. Total, all added up together, 2 times 12 plus 27 plus 2 times 14.86. You use different methods, you get same answer, same. Right as well. Okay, so your final answer here is 80.7. Okay, next one. Find the area of the batch. So if they ask you to find area, you need to find this sector and you need to find this triangle. Okay, so sector. How to find the area of the sector? Formula is half R square theta. 1/2 times 12 square times 9/4. Okay, you will get 162. Second one, you need to find the triangle. You got 2 of it. Okay, triangle, I can just use half times base times height. Okay, then you multiply it by 2. So half times 12 times 14.86 times 2 equals to 178.32. Total, you add it up together, 162 plus 178.32, you'll get 340.3. $80.76. No, you use 2, you round up too much already. 340 is okay. Okay, the final answer they wrote is 80.7. Remember when you all do Trigo that time, you need to try to use the most accurate value that you can. You round up too much, you'll keep losing your accuracy, then your final answer will be off. Okay, let's go to question 11. In the triangle OAB, OA is A, OB is B. The midpoint of the line OB is X. The midpoint of the line AB is Y. They intersect at Z. It is given, this one, AZ equals to lambda AX, OZ equals to mu OY. Find OZ in terms of A, B, and lambda. Okay, so I list down what they give us here first. This is A. This entire thing is B. A. I want to find in terms of lambda. You see, in the question, they gave us a lambda AX. So OZ, they give us AZ. So OZ, I'll take OA plus AZ, but I need to find what is AX first. How to get AX? AX will be equals to negative A plus 1/2 B. AZ will be lambda AX. This is given in the question. Lambda negative A plus 1/2 B. Okay, then we need to find OZ. OZ is OA plus AZ. Okay, OA plus AZ, which you will get A plus lambda minus A plus 1/2 B. You write until here, already full marks. Okay, but later on, if you all see in the next, the third one, which is question C, you might need to simplify it to another form. Later only I simplify. Second one, find OZ in terms of A, B, and mu. Okay, what's A, B, and mu? So AB is equals to negative A plus B. AY, you have to see in the diagram here, AY is half of AB. So here will become negative 1 over 2A plus 1 over 2B. Okay, half of it. This one here. Okay, until this point here. Next thing, OZ. OZ is OA plus AZ. Okay, you look to the diagram. OA is A plus lambda. Okay, AZ is lambda AX. Wait. What am I doing? Sorry, teacher copy wrong question already. AY is, okay, hold on. This part here is wrong. Copying the previous one. Okay, AY is negative 1 over 2A plus 1 over 2B. Okay, OY is OA plus AY, which is A minus 1 over 2A plus 1 over 2B, which you'll get 1 over 2A plus 1 over 2B. Then here you'll get OZ equals to mu 1 over 2A plus 1 over 2B. Okay, so you do until here, you get correct already. Okay, so normally when they give you the lambda and mu, or they give you some sort of unknown, in the third question, okay, when they give you, they say present both the same type of factors but in a different unknown. Normally the third one, they'll ask you to find the lambda and the mu. So lambda and the mu is the unknown. Don't get confused, A and B are not unknowns, okay? A and B are the direction, the vectors itself. Lambda and mu. So what we need to do is, you need to compare between the A and the B term. What I'll do here, okay, I simplify it first. So my OZ here can be written as 1 minus lambda A plus 1 over 2 lambda B. This one, I can write it as 1 over 2 mu A plus 1 over 2 mu B. So I'm going to take these two terms, I'm going to equate it to each other. Okay, this and this. So A and A, B compare B. Okay, so let's do the comparison here. A, I will take 1 minus lambda equals to 1 over 2 mu. Okay, this one I can't do much here yet. Let's do the other one. For B, 1 over 2 lambda equals to 1 over 2 mu. Lambda is equals to mu. So I substitute mu to lambda or lambda to mu. So 1 minus lambda equals to 1 over 2 lambda. 1 is equals to 3 over 2 lambda. Lambda is equals to 2 over 3. Therefore, mu is also equals to 2 over 3. Okay, and then the last one, they want us to find OZ in terms of A and B only. So we just substitute one of these with the lambda and the mu. So OZ, okay, I use the mu 1 over 2 mu A plus 1 over 2 mu B. You get 1 over 2, 2 over 3A plus 1 over 2, 2 over 3B, which is 1 over 3A plus 1 over 3B. Okay, last one. Okay, let's quickly do the last one, okay, which is a differentiation question. Okay, this differentiation question is the quotient rule with a square root. Okay, question 12. A curve has equation y equals to square root 5x minus 2 over x minus 3. Explain why the curve does not exist when x is less than 2 over 5. Okay, so what we need to know is that this value, your square root, cannot be negative. Okay, that's all you need, right? So you can just write square root cannot be negative. Okay, now they say they want you to find dy over dx, but in this form. This is a type of question that I want you to take note of. It's a quotient, okay, it's a quotient rule type of question with a square root. Okay, if you see inside your textbook, they make it until very complicated also. The steps for this. Teach you all an easy way, and I want you all to remember it. Whenever you see square root, quotient rule, then they ask you to show it in a certain form. Okay, this is the way I have figured, and I think it's the easiest for you all to understand also. Okay, so you write here, u is equals to 5x minus 2, 1 over 2. V is equals to x minus 3. U prime, if we differentiate this, you get 1 over 2, 5x minus 2, power negative 1 over 2, multiply by 5. So you get 5 over 2, 5x minus 2, negative 1 over 2. V prime, you will get 1. Okay, put it into your dy over dx. Teach you a trick here. Okay, so x minus 3, 5 over 2, 5x minus 2, negative 1 over 2. Okay, then minus 5x minus 2 to the power of 1 over 2 over x minus 3 squared. Okay, so I think over here, okay, so this is the basic thing that you put inside here. If the question never asks you to present into any certain form, please don't go and itchy backside, go and do extra more things. Just stop here, you get full marks already. But this one, they want you to present into this form. How to make it to this form? There are many ways that you can do it. This is not differentiation anymore. This is just how you can simplify it. The way I like to do is, you see what they want you to put at your denominator. So you see here, there's a 2, there's a square root 5x minus 2, right? So that means you have to ask yourself, how can I simplify this equation where 5x minus 2 will exist at the bottom? The way I like to do it, okay, we focus on the square root 5x minus 2 first. I am going to multiply the top and bottom by square root 5x minus 2, or 5x minus 2 to the power of 1 over 2. Understand now why I'm doing this? Because if I multiply on top, I multiply at the bottom also. I'm not changing the value. I'm just changing the form. Okay, so what will be affected? 5x minus 2, in your head, you are treating this as like a constant term, a. A to the power of negative 1 over 2 times a to the power of 1 over 2. What do you get? A to the power of 0, right? Okay, I want you all to just focus on the 5x minus 2 term. Other things you don't touch first. So here, you will get 5x minus 2 minus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2. Here you get 0. Okay, here, 5x minus 2, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, you will get 1. And then your denominator part, now your 5x minus 2 exists already. Like that. Understand this part? Okay, go and simplify this first. 5x minus 2 to the power of 0 will become 1. So this one just becomes 1. Okay, that's right. I cancel it off. Okay, simplify it. So here, right now, okay, the next thing I want it to appear is I want a 2 to appear at the bottom. So how do I make 2 to appear? You do the same thing. You multiply 2 on your numerator and your denominator. So this term will multiply by 2, this term will multiply by 2. So here become 2x minus 3 times 5 over 2 minus 2 times 5x minus 2 over 2 bracket x minus 3 square 5x minus 2 to the power of 1 over 2. Then go and simplify this. Because they want you, okay, then you see here, they also want you to factorize out a negative. So this part here, 2 and 2 will cancel off. Okay, here you get 5x minus 15 minus 10x plus 4. Minus or plus? Okay, minus plus 4, right? Yeah, plus 4. Over 2 bracket x minus 3 square, 5x minus 2, power 1 over 2. Okay, now what you will get over here, if you want to simplify to that form, I don't want to keep writing out, so I just do my calculation at the side here first. So you will get minus 5x minus 11, which I can factorize to minus 5x plus 11. Minus bracket 5x plus 11 over 2 bracket x minus 3. Why this becomes cube? 2 minus x minus 3 square. 5, then here is square root 5x minus 2. Okay, your A is 5, B is 11. Okay, fun? This question? Too fun. Okay, if you all are all good, give me a 7 in the chat. Yeah, after I stop the recording, then you all can ask me whatever questions you want to ask. Okay, 7, 7, 7. Okay, so congratulations. This is the end of the October-November 2023 paper 1-2. Okay, see you all in the next one.